diving into the Safari GTR yet again today, except we are not gonna hopefully break it and destroy it like last time. Everything's fixed post-jump, nothing really bent, just a couple things need to get moved back around. But the big thing that we finally get to test it with is a working aftermarket LSD. I put a Nismo 1.5 way in it, which can actually be converted between a 1.5 and a 2 way. We're gonna leave it in 1.5 way because that might help a little with turn in on some of the off-road stuff. But the biggest problem the car had is one wheel peel. Specifically, I think because of these tires being so squishy, having a sway bar and having really soft spring rates, basically when the car would get loaded up on one side, it would actually pick up the inside wheel, and with the factory LSD, maybe because the tire's so heavy, I don't know, it wouldn't send all the power to the wheel that was still on the ground like it's supposed to. It would send it mostly to the one in the air, and then I would essentially be just understeering. So hopefully now, with a working rear LSD, it'll let us do some all-wheel drive drifting. First up, let's see how it does in rear-wheel drive. That works good. I don't know if you can see the intense amounts of body roll that it gets, but that's got to be the reason why it was happening before.
Yeah, it rolls like crazy.
So now, we'll click on all-wheel drive. I'm gonna leave it in auto. We'll see how the automatic all-wheel drive works for drift and slides. It feels ridiculous, but it works.
Yeah.
It doesn't push anymore.
No, it looks sick.
Yeah, that feels wild. There's so much weird noises and things going on when I do that. I think it'll be a little bit better suited for the dirt. I don't even think I need to go test on my my yard anymore to know that it works.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I had this in Colorado. It doesn't push. I wish I had a clip before of just a little understeer every time I put it in all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, now she works. Mud tires, this thing feels insane.
Yeah.
The auto in the all-wheel drive controller works really good. That's just basically applying a certain amount of power to the front once it sees the rear spinning. I feel like I might hear a little bit of rubbing going on up in the front, but it's probably nothing too concerning.
Doesn't look like anything.
Yeah. It just feels wildly visceral. It's crazy. It's 2024 now, which means it's time to start working on yourself, and speaking with a therapist can help you set up smart goals that will set you up for success. And the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp, is going to make therapy easier and a lot less intimidating. BetterHelp is gonna let you have therapy sessions that are the most comfortable for you, whether it's phone, video chat, or even messaging. There's over 30,000 therapists in their network based on needs, location, and preferences, which gives you a way wider array of choices than what would be found in your local area. I've got a link that's gonna get you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp, and all you gotta do is go to betterhelp.com/AdamLZ. In most cases, you'll be matched with a therapist within 48 hours, and one of the best features, in my opinion, is that you can break up with them with the click of the button at no additional cost, no awkward breakup conversations, because being comfortable with your therapist is unbelievably important. Join over 4 million people that use BetterHelp to start living a healthier, happier life. Just click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/AdamLZ. And not only does that link help support our channel, but it will also get you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp, so you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you. I want to give a massive thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. Colette Electric Racing Farm Girl Davis is joining me for what may be the biggest transformation in the home renovation process yet. They've spent like 2 weeks now, I think, painting.
They started painting weeks ago, but like really the last layer of paint, I think for 2 weeks.
So nothing else has been done in the house except for paint. I saw some teaser photos. Looks insane. We're gonna go check it out in person.
Roll the clip.
I'm rolling. Come on, go.
About to see it for the very first time. Let's go.
Keep filming
Also,
first
we kind of like
reactions.
not having this.
What?
We kind of like not having the
railing.
The railing here. Might keep that. Wow. Oh my gosh, it feels so much bigger.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, huh?
Wow.
I love the stained beams, Colette. That was a good call. It's pretty wild.
Holy crap.
It smells so new. Yeah, I didn't notice that either.
We walk in and I turn around and I'm like, wait a minute, I feel the breeze. We didn't notice walking in that there's...
That's gonna look crazy. That's gonna let a lot more light in, huh? Yeah, so here isn't gonna be a sliding door anymore. It's gonna be just like a big glass.
And over here.
Oh yeah, well this is not gonna be a door.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna stay a door.
Yeah, this was a door. Why? I don't think we ever used this once as an actual door, so this will just be glass, and then this will be a big panel of glass that is a door. That's crazy. Oh, and the trim, have you showed everyone the trim? Look at how much this like black charcoal paint makes this glass work pop and actually look on theme with everything else.
Hey, look who it is.
How are you guys?
How's it going?
What up?
We love the beams.
Yeah, they look great.
The beams are sick.
You get credit for that, I think.
Thanks.
We were driving over here, she's like, I told them to do the beams. The beams are gonna look great. You're right.
No one wanted the beams.
No,
but
the dark brown looks good.
That stain color is perfect.
Yeah, it is. It's perfect. Yeah, it looks great.
All right, Matt, we trusted you on the ceiling, and
Actually, I gotta give credit to Colette. She fought.
wow, I didn't even need to get him to say
She
it.
fought us, and it looks fantastic.
The beams do look incredible.
Yeah, I have to give it to her.
But the wood looks incredible and well white. And that's what I was worried about. I was really worried that it would be too much white and take away
It's
a lot
so
of the soul, but it looks perfect.
It's so good.
Matt's done it. He's been there a million times. That's why he's here. He's helping us avoid mistakes, and it looks legit.
Yeah, I'm excited. Now is all the fun stuff, putting closets in, TV, cabinets, all the finish work. So the painters will be back Thursday to finish in a couple of days. You can see they chopped the wall.
Oh, I know.
The guys coming to do the concrete tomorrow.
We came in here.
All right, so next up on the chopping block, Matt is starting to work on the Obsessed Garage closet system.
Yeah, I call it Aspire by Destination Obsessed Garage because they're kind of my closets. We found them and they private label them for us. But this is the exact finish I have in my house, which works out in the style of yours. They're 1 inch thick, and then you guys, we made a custom design to make sure we can house all of your stuff. It's gonna be really sweet.
And you guys do that for other people too?
Yeah, we design it and then ship it out as a DIY solution. And so we teach people exactly how to install it. It's pretty easy.
It's gonna be crazy. You'll see when it's done. All right, this may look sketchier than before, but there's been some new calculations made after the last video. I said I wasn't gonna do this again. The biggest regret that I had was like, the #1 rule is to not lift. I lifted right at the base of the jump, basically sent the weight forward, and that's part of the reason why I nosedived. Another thing is the transition was too steep the way that we had it before. So this way will kind of make the ramp a little bit mellower. It's a little bit longer and I'm gonna go a little bit slower. That way the car has time to settle. And then the biggest change, I made such a major rookie mistake. And when I put the new shocks in the rear, I didn't check to see how many clicks were in them. They were completely maxed out, which means that I essentially had both compression and rebound to the max, so the shocks weren't really able to do anything. You could see they literally didn't even droop or do anything in the air. And I also added a bit more droop to the car. How much that's gonna help, I don't really know. The biggest thing is try to avoid coming down on the nose. If I come down in the rear or I come down flat, I think it'll be good. Yeah, I don't know, it's just one of those things, looking back at the footage, I didn't want to do it again, but I needed to do it again because I didn't feel like I gave it a fair shot. To be fair, it can't be worse than it was before. The biggest issue I had was not so much the back or the landing, I think it was the whiplash from having a helmet on and landing. Actually, speaking of which, I'm gonna put my Hans on.
Yeah, do that.
That'd be a good idea.
You want to see him jump in the grass? I didn't think so.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna get my Hans. All right, here goes nothing. All right, wish me luck. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. The clutch kick.
That was sick! It like bounced, but that was cool. Hell yeah! You proved a point, all right. The front wheel like came off the ground. Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. That was way better.
Yo, so I was like I wanted to roll into boost, but then it wasn't getting into boost fast enough, so I said, F it, and I just clutch kicked it, and I think that was perfect.
We can tell. That
sounded
weird.
sick.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go faster now.
So when you landed, the front wheel came back off the front. Like bounce.
So I want to watch the video back. Maybe we add some clicks to the shock just to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Neck doesn't hurt at all now.
Hell yeah.
All right, run number 2. A little bit faster. Jump back to the jump, baby.
That was sick.
Hell yeah.
That was sick.
All right, no hurt neck. Car didn't get hurt. Now this is what I call a success.
Yeah, we did it. We figured it out.
The biggest lesson we learned was don't lift. And look, you could be told that in the comment section. You could be told that on the internet. But it's different when you're hitting a jump for the first time in a car to like have the confidence to stay pinned. It screws with your head.
I bet.
But
the limiter in air is rad.
It seems like I think I was trained from the side-by-sides. You don't want to land on throttle because it breaks belts.
Yeah.
But I was watching a bunch of rally footage and I'm like, they just don't give a f. But they're also landing on dirt, so.
Yeah. So you didn't lift at all when you landed?
What's that?
You didn't lift at all when you landed?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. And like one other point I want to make, there's a lot of comments where people are being like, why are you using BCs for this? They're not intended for that. You should get rally suspension. What better sales advertisement than to show that I can take a 3,500 pound car off a jump and the shocks can take it?
Yeah.
Like that's a tiny shaft and everyone told me, oh, they're gonna break, they're gonna blow apart, they're gonna snap. But if you guys know some of the that we do with the RTR Mustangs, with the drift cars, I knew it'd take it. So, good rig.
Hell yeah.
It's
like I'm back when you linked it here, I was like, all right, go again.
Hell yeah.
The headlights are perfect.
I know.
No front end damage.
The bump stops are set good, so it didn't munch into the chassis. It's a trooper. Did it look better the second time, like after we made the shock change?
It's still picking up a wheel. Yeah, whenever it lands, but it's weird because it's only one side, looks like.
To be fair, so like right now, I haven't mentioned the spring rate setup I have in the car. I've got a 4.5 in the rear, which is similar to what we would run in like a competition drift car. But then in the front, I've got a 5K, probably a little bit soft considering how heavy the RB is. I could probably go up in that, but I also didn't want it to be so stiff that it's like bouncing and doing weird stuff. But I think maybe I want to go up a little bit in the front. I'm really happy.
That was sick.
Yeah, I'm pumped. This Safari GTR is pretty legit. I'm very happy with how it came out aesthetics wise, but one very big missing link on this build has been getting the interior up to par. It worked out that Tommy had these leather recovered stock seats and it kind of fit the vibe, but yeah, that ain't LZ spec. So we're gonna stick some seats in this. I've been patiently waiting for what I think is gonna be the most perfect seat for this car. So we're gonna ditch these ugly squeaky boys and we're gonna get a real seat set up in this thing.
Yoink.
It's a tight thread, but don't cross the cross thread twice.
I swear.
He's like, I left that bolt out for that reason. This sounds stupid, but we've seen this in the other GTR. The factory seats actually flex quite a bit. So we're doing off-roads and gnarlies and jumps and stuff. It's probably not the best thing. So, what did we do for seats? I'll show you. None other than Recaro pole positions, their classic edition. I love these seats, and ironically, they probably belong more so in my 964. But this Safari build was heavily inspired by all the Porsche Safari builds. And the Pepita fabric is like, in my brain, just screams Safari, it screams classic, screams vintage. And I think it's really cool that Recaro offers this. So this shell is actually based on the 964 RS seat, which is even cooler. It's a little bit wider than the pole position in my drift car, so it should be nice and comfy for street use. But it's a proper fixed back seat that's gonna give us some support if I do ever end up taking this thing into, doing some proper racing with it. Good to have a seat that I can trust. So the challenge of this is in an S chassis or an R chassis, you always want to get the seat as low as possible to the ground. The brackets that I have that allow that, the seat is a little bit wider than them. I don't want to fix mount the seat to the ground. I want to be able to have sliders. So it's going to require a little bit of custom modification on the slider side, but it's going to be worth it because these are going to look fantastic. They're going to be comfy, and I should be able to have a low seating position and give myself plenty of headroom. Yeah. Basically, we had to elongate these holes and widen them a little bit so to space the bracket out farther. But by doing this, it allows us to mount the sliders up above the bottom line of the seat instead of having a traditional slider that sits below the seat. So we can get it way lower to the ground where the back is almost touching. I wonder though, oh yeah, there's no cat hump on the other side. So yeah, we can just match this side and we'll be golden.
Sick.
Yeah.
Matt's in town.
Those look expensive.
They look like they belong in the porch.
They look like I won't fit in it.
Oh, you'd be surprised. They're actually like pretty accommodating.
What model is that?
This is their classic. So it's based on the shell from the 964 RS.
It's going into the Safari?
Yeah, it's a good looking cheese stick you got there.
Yeah.
You got any more where that came from?
Who's that?
Matt doesn't share his snacks.
No, I don't.
We should probably mention that we didn't really measure this side. We only measured the other side, so kind of praying that this side just fits like the other one. All right, let's see what you think. So mind you, sitting low in these cars is a big problem, like to get seats to be low enough so you don't hit your helmet on the cage.
Oh, yeah.
They're good, right?
Oh, yeah. Too bad there wasn't the steering wheel right here.
I know, you could drive it. All right, that was a real moment. Oh yeah, we are pretty reclined. I like it though.
It's a passenger, but I don't know, as a driver, us old men, because you're now an old man, you like to sit upright.
I'm thinking though, most of the time I'm gonna be driving this, I'm gonna be wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
And with a helmet, it lets you kind of.
But I mean, you've got 2 fists.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that good or bad? I guess it depends who you're asking. Yeah, no, this is great. I'm real happy. All right, the real problem now though is, what are our thoughts? It clashes a little bit, huh?
I mean, it's
kinda
not.
works with it.
It's so like, it's such a contrast that I don't think it really messes with it.
I mean, I guess most of the time there'll be a human in there, but without a human, it definitely looks a little flashy. The interior is done. Not really though. We have a few more things up our sleeve. I'm trying to look around and see if one of them is in here or not. It's not. But one thing that I can share with you, seats, obviously, they look magnificent, but we were able to get a whole roll of Pepita fabric from Recaro. So what that means is if we want to match anything else in the interior, maybe door panels, maybe back seat, maybe even headliner if we want to get wild, we got that option and it can all match and be the same exact fabric that was used on the seat, which is very cool. So that's it for this video. I'm very stoked we were able to take this thing back on the ramp, land it successfully, and yeah, I think we can wrap it up here, and I'll see you guys soon.
When you said